Okay, today I'm here with Sasi Pires, a comrade from the NSSP. But today there is one thing I want to discuss today with Sasi Pires because we organize a protest today in remembrance of the 83 July massacre, as well as protesting against what's going on in Sri Lanka right now in terms of undemocratic situation that is developing in Sri Lanka, dictatorial regime. Of course, we know that in recently the international media and then worldwide covered the news about the nepotism and how this government is becoming like a family business for Rajapaksa and so on and so forth, an attack on democratic rights. Frontline Socialist Party, all different lefts are organizing protests, as we know. And JVP also organized a protest outside the Sri Lankan embassy today. We thought that's a good opportunity because we are asking for democracy and democratic rights. JVP organizing a protest for democracy, so we can organize together. Sasi, of course, wishing the same feeling, having the same feeling, invited Tamils and organized together. But what happened, Sasi, today? You explain.
Actually, very unfortunate situation happens in front of the Sri Lankan embassy. JVPs not willing to protest with Tamils who are who are mainly facing problem rather than Sinhalese, because their land is occupied by.
JVP is a Marxist organization, you know.
Yeah, even that's the problem. We need to understand anybody can talk about socialism, but they are. If anybody is not recognizing their rights, the minorities' rights, then how can be the
minorities? They don't want to identify with the Tamils. They don't want to join together. They said you got to go, and then after all of you gone, you can do it. They don't even want to
actually what they are trying to do. They are trying to do same as Sinhalese government to labeling they are the tigers, right? Actually, the Tamil community are not the tigers. The Sinhalese 83 riots and so on, they were pushed them to the tiger side, the Tamil community. Otherwise, they are not the tigers.
Because the Tamil solidarity was there.
Yeah.
And then there are people who know Tamil solidarity.
Yeah.
They don't even want to link it up with them. They don't even want to have a protest alongside. They said, we will not. It's like a children, they were like adamant that they don't want to link it with the Tamil community.
That is the very, very unfortunate. How can be, I think Sri Lankan so-called socialist parties like JVP, Perutugami, they should have to understand the situation. Without the identify or recognition that we are not unite with the Tamil in the street. How can we go ahead?
That's right.
How can we build a united country?
Sasi, but one more thing is that what happened was that kind of peacefully, because the Tamils protesting today didn't want any problem, because there is another protest organized today in the Veteran out near Downing Street, so they all came here. But so it is kind of compromise, not necessarily given up in order to not to have any conflict, etc., etc. Today, pandemic situation, a different situation. However, Sasi Pires thought, he can hold this flag and he can stay there and do the thing. What did they say? They don't even want this one, did they? What did they say? You walked around.
I mean, actually, I was supported to all Sinhala community and other friends to come alone with to defeat the common enemy Rajapaksa family, run the countries. Sri Lanka is going to be sink in the Indian Ocean. Things is happening. That is the thing. Is soon going to be sink in the Indian Ocean. That's why we are come here to unbelievably this JVP racist Marxist. Unbelievable. How can they be Marxists?
So what do they say? They don't even want this.
They said that they don't like the Tamil solidarity. I said, what's wrong with the Tamils? Are you going to build the country without Tamils? That's what
they say.
They don't. They were
so the thing is,
speechless.
This is very, very important for people to understand. JVP pretends in Sri Lanka when they stand for the election, etc., that they are for the Tamils and so on. that they want votes, etc., etc. There are people who work with JVP, like Plotto, various other people are working with the JVP. For what reason? What kind of a Marxism is this? What kind of a revolutionary politics is this? You can't even link it up with the left of the Tamil. How can you reach out the masses of Tamil masses? No wonder none of these parties able to gain enough support or vote in the Tamil areas. Only the bourgeois party, UMP, have more support in the
more liberal than them
in the Tamil area. There are 2 UMPs today in the same protest. They say, oh no, if we are going to do that, we are thinking of not participating in the protest. At least they have some sense of human rights. At least they have something. So-called Marxist party don't. This is the problem. So in Sri Lanka, if you are talking about revolution in Sri Lanka or a revolutionary change, it will become on top of the end of finishing of JVP. That's what it is. The leadership is not capable of understanding anything. The leadership of the JVP have no understanding, do not represent the Sri Lanka at all. They're sectarian, single and nationalist. That's it, full stop. Of course, there are Tamil nationalists, but you have no say in condemning Tamil nationalists being subscribed to such a single nationalism. I mean, today we witnessed exactly what you do on the ground. It's not just a theoretical discussion. It's not a discussion or that article. It's on the ground. It's on the ground. In order to fight the democratic rights of the Sri Lankan government, in order to fight the undemocratic single government, you are talking about democracy. You're denying democracy in the street of London for the Tamils who are revolutionaries.
Exactly.
So how can you do? Like for example, Sasi Piris and other friends here, they're all disgusted by it. They live there and they come here. We work with them, people like that. Tamils are open to work with them. But the problem is that people like JVP and the leadership of the JVP have no understanding of Marxism, absolutely no chance of working with them. I think it will have to be the end of JVP before we start anything.
Yeah, see you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
ஒடுக்குமுறைகளுக்கு எதிரான எமது ஊடக பயணத்தில் இணைய எதிர் மீடியா சேனலை சப்ஸ்கிரைப் செய்யுங்கள்.